All right. I've never gone live before, so hopefully there's people out there that are watching. Anyways, my name is Arthur, for those of you that don't know me. My friends back home in Brazil call me Gringo. I've been called Gringo for 15 to 20 years now, so it's practically my name. And I run this little channel called Gringo Nation, where I try to enlighten all you digital nomads and expats through your own travel adventures. I've been slow traveling the globe now for around 7 years, and I think I have some wisdom to share. So with me today is the lovely Nikki. She might have even more wisdom than I do in terms of traveling. Maybe you should talk a little about your travel experience.
Okay. I have been abroad for about 16 years, minus a couple of years in between. I lived in Miami for 2 years and I was in Boulder for 1 year. But outside of that, I've lived outside of the United States in South Korea, Argentina, Brazil, Philippines, Australia, New Zealand, Georgia, Italy. So we met in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, you may recognize her from some of my videos. She's the art director / co-host / vice president of the Gringo Nation.
VP.
This live stream has a few purposes today. The first one being that this is our last day here in the Republic of Georgia, last night. It's 9 p.m. here in Georgia, and tomorrow we are going to cross the border into another country that we will reveal shortly. So the first purpose is actually we're going to list 10 places that we've been to here in Georgia that we really enjoyed. Oi, Paulo, tudo bem?
Oi.
So we're going to list 10 places so that maybe when you're here in Georgia, you can check them out as well. The second thing is that we're actually celebrating with some Georgian red wine because the channel has finally reached 1,000 subscribers, which some of you may know is very important to the monetization of the channel, and it's something I've been really working hard now on for about 15 months, I'd say. And it's really cool that people are watching. I want to thank everyone, all the Georgians, all the Americans, all the British people, all my friends from Brazil, and anyone else that has been watching. Thank you so much. Saúde, cheers. And so we're celebrating that today. Thank you so much to everyone that is subscribed to this channel. Thirdly, because of this, I would like to have a little giveaway today. I should have brought them. Yeah, she's going to go grab the Gringo Nation mask, which my friend Haji, who is present, actually did the design work for this. Thank you so much, Haji. It's a beautiful mask that'll help you get through, COVID and traveling through COVID and stuff. And we are going to be giving away one of these beauties. Let me put it on. And you can actually sign up to. Yeah. Oh, hey, Mike. How's it going? Thank you. Thank you so much. Me and Mike actually just released a video together. Mike just released it now on his channel. I talk about teaching English online. You can go check that out on Mike Sligunski YouTube channel. And after this live stream, I'm going to release the video that I did with him where he talks about all his travels and about being a digital nomad and online entrepreneurship and loads of stuff. It was a great chat that we had together. Thanks, Mike. So you can check out those videos as well. Love you too, Sincha. And Bianca, hey.
And Haji wants
Yeah, well, Haji, you made this, so I'm going to send one to you regardless. You and Pauline are going to get one. But anyways, if you want a Gringo Nation mask, you can fill out a form in the description. It's a link that says Gringo Gives. So just click on that link, you put in your email, you will automatically be signed up for my newsletter, which I only send out monthly. It's no spam or anything. And yeah, you just may get one of these babies in the mail. I'll send that right on over to you. But you do have to be present when I choose the number. So if you're not present, just got to go to someone else. All right, and the last thing in my book here that I see is that after the Georgia list, we're gonna have a little Q&A sesh where you guys can ask us some questions.
Oh, Angelica.
Oh, hi, Angelica. Beijo. Beijo, Angelica. Free shipping to Brazil? Yes, for sure. I'm covering all expenses. I mean, it's gonna be so expensive. I'm gonna cover everything. And yeah, so we're gonna have a Q&A sesh after the Georgia list. So if you guys sit tight, we're just gonna get through the list very quickly, and then we can chat a little bit more. All right? We ready for this?
Yeah.
You ready?
Vamos lá, pessoal.
Vamos lá. All right, so let's get the 10 places we loved in Georgia. We're gonna start off with Batumi, because that's where we are right now.
Yeah, all right, let's start with Batumi.
Yeah, you wanna talk a little bit about Batumi?
Yeah, okay, so we spent I was here for 1 month, about 5 weeks in the summer, and he was here for 2 months. I like it more than he does.
I like it, but go on.
But it's really interesting seeing it in the summer versus now in March, where it's kind of cold, it's rainy, feels more winter, early spring. For me, it has like this kind of beachy vibe. It's more relaxed, more laid back than Tbilisi. I mean, you can go walking or running right along the Black Sea coast. There's like a boardwalk that you can walk along, and for me, it feels more nature, more natural than Tbilisi. So I prefer it. But
yeah, I have a few minor problems with it. Like, it is a beach town, but you know, it's like a pebbly beach, and I'm really not into that stuff. I'm from a very large city called São Paulo in Brazil. Maybe you've heard of it. So I guess I'm just used to like big city life. So I do prefer.
Look, there's Meg.
Oh, hey Meg.
Hey.
Miss you too. So I do prefer kind of like, you know, big city life, and I feel like Tbilisi just has more culture. Tbilisi is the capital here of Georgia, and I feel like it just has more culture than Batumi. But that said, Batumi, especially over the summer, a really cool place to hang out. Is Batumi noisy? It can be.
Yeah, good question, because right now it's not noisy. In the summer, it was noisy. Like, we stayed in 3 different Airbnbs in the summer, and the first one we had to leave 2 weeks early because since he teaches English online, he's talking to his students, and there was like construction just in the apartment above us. And yeah, it was so loud. I couldn't even hear him sitting at the same table. So we had to change Airbnbs. So if you do come to Batumi, that's a really good point. You should like check with your Airbnb host to see if there's construction in that building.
Yeah, exactly. And it seems like in a few years, this place might become like the Dubai of Georgia. So they're building like really tall buildings, and because of that, it can get kind of noisy sometimes.
Yeah. Although it's not so much construction right now.
No, and maybe we're on a quieter street as well. And also, I wanted to talk about Chakvi, which is here, close to Batumi. And we went to a national park there called Mtirala, and that was absolutely beautiful. There's so many national parks all around Georgia, and Mtirala is just one of them. We filmed the video there that you can check out. But yeah, in general, I guess we really like Batumi.
Yeah, I like it. I personally prefer it over Tbilisi.
All right. And that would be number 1, Batumi. So we're going to move on to number 2, which is Borjomi, where we spent the month of January.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think?
I liked it. I like that it's like a very small city feel. But like there's really nothing going on. And I like realize we're in the middle of a pandemic, so you know, not much is going on anyways, but in January in Borjomi, there was like nothing going on. Like our biggest highlight was going to the supermarket or to the outside market once a week to get our food. And we would like get a shawarma on Saturdays, and that was like our highlight. So, but Borjomi is great because it's surrounded by mountains, and the apartment that we had in Borjomi was on the 14th floor. It was probably the tallest apartment in Borjomi. And the whole one wall was windows. So like we would wake up and just see this amazing sunrise over the mountains. We would do yoga to this amazing view of the mountains. So I did love the nature in Borjomi.
Yeah, shout out to Ollie Levido. He also has a YouTube channel, which I enjoy very much. He talks about being an English teacher in South America. He was living in Bolivia, and now he's living in Brazil, actually, which I'm quite jealous of because I wish I was there with all my friends. So, Ollie, you enjoy my home country for me.
Look what Angelica said. Ask your companion, your travel companion, what she
Oh.
adores about you.
Well, admire. All right.
Admires. Okay.
Okay, so what do you admire the most in this person you just put up with most of the time?
Well, first of all, I don't put up. I really enjoy my time with this guy.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I admire, one thing I do really admire is how hard he works. Like every day it's the grind, like working on thumbnails, working on videos, editing, like, and if it's not doing those like physical things, it's listening to podcasts, it's learning how to improve the channel. It's kind of like never stop. Like he doesn't rest. His YouTube channel is really important, and I do really admire that.
Yeah, I'll admit to working hard to bring you guys the best content I could possibly bring. So thank you much for appreciating that in every form possible, whether it be by watching the videos or subscribing, etc. What I will say about Borjomi is that we stayed at a really nice Airbnb. If you want the link, just ask me. It was snowing a lot there, so we just had like beautiful. We looked out the window and just like beautiful snow every day.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the biggest snowflakes I've ever seen, and we just saw them falling in slow motion. Like it was really amazing.
Yeah.
It looks like people are asking a lot of general questions about Georgia, so we'll go back and answer those at the very end.
Yeah, we're just gonna get through this list of Georgia, and we will try to answer as many questions as possible in the end. So Borjomi, definitely worth the visit. How many hours from Tbilisi? It's like 3.
Yeah, maybe
3 hours
2.5,
by car.
like between 2.5 and 3.
Yeah, you
and,
can get.
Yeah, we public transportation wasn't going, and so we hired this taxi driver that we met actually randomly on Halloween because he was our Bolt driver, but he charged us 150 lari, which is about $50 each way, which is pretty good considering it's like almost a 3-hour drive.
That's right. So Borjomi, definitely worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to number 3, which is a place that I did not go to, but Nikki did. She's going to talk about more about the
train. So Bakuriani is by car only about 30 minutes from Borjomi. And it's more of a ski resort. I'm from Colorado, so it kind of reminds me of like a Breckenridge kind of feel. Like it has that very like ski town, which is also like that touristy vibe, like touristy ski vibe. So I walked around there and like we went to lunch. There's not really honestly much to do in Bakuriani if you're not skiing. But the reason I went to Bakuriani is because I took a train between Borjomi and Bakuriani, which is called Kukushka. And it's like a 100-year-old train.
Which is Russian, right?
Yeah, I think it's Russian.
Doesn't it mean like cuckoo?
Yeah, like little cuckoo or something like
something.
that. I mean, it's a train that you take for leisure. Like it's not transportation. It takes like 2 hours between Borjomi and Bakuriani, where a car would take 30 minutes. But it is so amazing. Like you feel like you're in this Disneyland or something. Like I went in the winter when I first got here in January last year, and you're just taking this train through the snow and it's going really slow. It's like this old fashioned train and you like, everyone's really excited. The energy is exciting and you like put your head out the window and you can hang out in the outside of the car and take pictures. And in the last like 20 minutes of the ride, actually the engineer came back. I think they do this on every ride, like choose people to come to the very front. And so me and the 3 friends I was with, we got to go ride with the conductors in the very front of the train so we could see like out the front window. But when we were in Borjomi, it was closed because of the pandemic. But if you guys come to Georgia and it's open again, I'd like really, really recommend doing the Kukushka train because it's like this little dream. It's really great. Yeah,
I mean, she posted a lot of photos of it on her Instagram, which is Nikki Posts Stuff. She is Nikki Post. Her Instagram is Nikki Post Stuff, but she posts stuff. Don't fall. Yeah, so you can check out her train pics on her Instagram. And Nikki's also a designer and illustrator, so she has a lot of lovely stuff up there. Check out.
Aw, obrigada.
Yeah. All right, so moving on from Bakuriani, Mskheta, which, if I'm not mistaken, was the capital of Georgia at one point. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I think it was the first
was.
capital, yeah.
Yeah, it might have been Georgia's first capital. What I can say about Mskheta is that it's very close to the current capital, Tbilisi. You can get there in like 45 minutes.
I think even less, honestly. It was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, you just hop on a marshrutka, which is like a minivan. You go to the bus station, hop on a minivan, and you're there in like 45 minutes. And what did we do there? We went hiking, right?
Yeah, we went hiking from the town center up to Javadi. Javadi is the monastery on top of the hill just above it. So yeah, we did hiking, and then, well, the main thing we did on the first day is our hotel room wasn't ready yet, so we just took a walk around town, and we went down to like this point where these two rivers meet, and there were like this group of like 8 dudes, and they were like, hey, like none of them really spoke English except for maybe one kind of, they're, come over here. And so we just hung out with them for like 2 hours and drank shot.
One of them was a police officer, actually.
Yeah.
And he was just getting wasted.
Yeah, they were all wasted, and they started singing. And one of them just like started naming Brazilian football players.
Oh, yeah. Ronaldo, Romário, Roberto Carlos, Zagallo. I was like, yeah, I'm with you, buddy. And yeah, I mean, I think I would say because of its proximity with Tbilisi, it's definitely worth like a weekend visit.
Oh yeah, it's a really cute downtown.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what we got from Mskheta. We are moving on to the big Tbilisi. This is the current capital of Georgia. It's where we spend most of our time here in the country. It's where I flew into, it's where Nikki flew into, and I don't know where to begin, really. Well, I guess the first thing I'll say is that I don't think we really got to feel the actual vibe of the city because of COVID.
Yeah, it is hard to know. Like, we know Tbilisi, like 2020 Tbilisi, but we don't know like 2019 Tbilisi. So like a lot of things were closed. It just wasn't a regular year, obviously.
Yeah, Georgia's still a bit, up and coming in tourism. But that said, there are still like more and more people pouring into this country each day, and I think it is growing popularity. But then COVID hit, and I mean, the advantage of that for us is that we got to see a lot of places with like 0 tourists. And I guess Tbilisi was one of those places. So it just felt kind of like tranquil at times.
Yeah.
For me, at least, being from such a huge city.
Yeah. Tbilisi is pretty calm. The weird thing for me, like before I lived in Tbilisi, I was in Italy for 2 years. And what I really liked about Italy was like, there were centers, like there's a piazza in every neighborhood, and it's kind of where everyone gathers. And Tbilisi doesn't really have like community gathering centers. Tbilisi feels like one really long city, and then there's like neighborhoods along that row. But there's not like one particular center, I feel like. Yeah,
but I mean, there's lots of culture, there's amazing restaurants. We didn't get to go to a lot of them, obviously, because of COVID, but there's amazing restaurants, amazing bars.
This person went there in 2018.
Right, and thought it was great.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, our experiences, I'm sure, are totally different because you got to see like what it's like with everything open.
Yeah, but in general, I think it's an amazing capital city. You have the usual things you get in a capital city, like some traffic and maybe some noise here and there, but in general, it's a great place to live, very affordable.
Yeah, totally.
Amazing apartments, really good deals on apartments.
Yeah, I had a 3-bedroom apartment with 3 balconies, huge kitchen, huge living room, even with an oven, and it was like $300 a month.
Yeah.
So
I was getting ripped off a little more. I was like staying at Airbnbs that were like $350.
Oh yeah, in the Hippodrome. Okay, Mike. Hi, Mike.
Oh, Mike. Miss you, buddy.
Yeah. So Mike is the Hippodrome.
Park drinks.
Yeah, is park drinks. The Hippodrome is like a really big grassy field, and when in the spring, early summer of last year, when things like started opening up, the foreigners kind of started congregating there on Fridays to like hang out and like finally be a little bit social.
Yeah, which was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Yeah, known hotels like yeah. I mean, I guess a lot of hotels like Hilton and Marriott kind of have the same price all over the world. But
the Airbnbs are really affordable.
yeah, you can get really good deals in TBC. All right, so I think if anyone has any more questions about TBC, we can answer them later. But we are going to move on to I think it's pronounced Tel Aviv.
We always get confused because in
Yeah.
one of the videos he said something and someone was like, no, it's not Tel Aviv, it's Tel Aviv. And so now we're like, wait, but which one was right and which one was wrong?
I think it's Tel Aviv. But either way,
maybe there's a Georgian who said it.
Yeah, we have a video for pretty much each of these places. So if you just head on over to Gringo Nation, the channel, after this live stream, if you're a little curious about any of these places, you can definitely check them out. Get to know them a little better through our videos, but we will try to answer any questions you have later. Tel Aviv is a town in the general region of Kakheti, which is the wine region here of Georgia. When we went there, it was just more of like a resort kind of weekend getaway.
Right. We didn't really spend too much time in like the center of Tel Aviv. We were a little bit out. Tel Aviv. We stayed at a guest house called Arge. And it kind of just had everything we needed, what we were looking for the weekend, like a swimming pool and a restaurant.
Amber wine, which is like a typical house-made Georgian wine that they make in the 70s. Yo, Awani! We miss you, buddy. Yeah, I want to hear a new song soon. Awani,
me too.
One of my great buddies, such an amazing musician. You can check out his YouTube channel as well. I'll leave a link down below. Yeah, so we don't really know much of Tel Aviv outside of Arge, but we like really strongly recommend Arge. Like they had really good service. The food was amazing. And we just like hung out by the pool all day. And like it was like an app or something on your phone. You just order from your phone and they bring it to you. Facebook Messenger. Like, you're just like sitting by the pool and you're like, I'd like stuffed mushrooms and some amber wine, please.
And it was there.
Yeah, and then a few minutes later it was there. So, yeah, I mean, I can't speak much about the town itself because we didn't visit, but I would recommend Arge as a place to stay in Tel Aviv. Wow, hi from
Catherine. Wow,
hi, Catherine from Bermuda.
Very cool.
Miss you too, Awani. Hope to see you guys soon. Shout out to all my friends in Brazil. Keep surviving this fucking terrible president that we have, Fora Bolsonaro. I will use my platform as much as I can to get our terrible president out of there.
At least we got ours out of there.
Yeah, Trump is gone. Bolsonaro's next. So yeah, keep strong, guys. Love you so much.
Oh, look. Going there. Yeah. Oh, great.
Yeah,
You're really going to like it. Do you remember the name of the woman? She was the daughter of the owner.
Nino, of course.
Yeah,
it's like every woman here is named Nino. Every man is named Georgi. So,
yeah, she was so great. And she I actually got sunstroke and she gave me this special cream because I couldn't even go to dinner one night.
I sat at dinner by myself.
Yeah,
actually.
sorry. But yeah, totally go to Arge.
Yeah, Arge, A-R-G. Definitely check it out. Okay, I will get a refill here. And we are moving on to number 7, which is, I must say, one of the most beautiful places we saw here in Georgia. Kazbegi. This mountainous region is about how many hours? Like 5 hours away from
I think it was less, actually. I think it was 3.
Let's say 4.
I do think it was 3.
Yeah, okay.
I recommend if you go to Kazbegi, get your Dramamine ready.
Oh yeah.
We are both people who get car sick, and we were not okay. I think Tel Aviv we went first, and we got really sick and didn't have Dramamine, so we definitely took Dramamine to Kazbegi, and thank God for that, because you're just going windy roads up the mountains. If you get car sick, you need it.
Yeah, and that's something that maybe must be said here about Georgia, is that the driving sometimes is a bit reckless. So if there are a lot of windy roads, we do recommend you taking some sleeping pills or something, because it'll help you get to where you need to be. Bacon and beer. Dude, definitely think about it. Definitely consider it. It's a great place to be. We love this place.
I don't like bacon, but there are tons
I
of
like
really good craft beer places.
Yeah, you can find good
It's really
bacon too.
good.
And Rafi, thanks so much, man. We are going to actually reveal what country we're going to tomorrow, but only in a few minutes. We're just going to get through this list of Georgia. We'll tell you very soon. Yeah, so Kazbek, it was nice, but the toads.
Oh, the roads. He means the roads.
Well, maybe the toads were so-and-so too.
Yeah, it's true. We didn't see the toads,
not the
so
best
we don't know how the
toads.
toads are.
Yeah.
But like honestly, Kazbegi, if I have to choose of all the places I've been to in Georgia, Kazbegi is like my number one. Definitely, like it is beautiful. Doing the hike up to the monastery, like you kind of just look around, and it's a 360 view of mountains all around you in every direction. It's stunning.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's really reminiscent of like either New Zealand or Switzerland. Like you just look around and see the most epic mountain views. And actually, like if you're into mountain climbing, which I think is cool, but I don't do, you can actually go like mountain climbing there. There is a gentleman that is in one or two of my videos. He also has a YouTube channel. It's called Bicicleta Infinita. You can check him out on Instagram as well. And he did like actual mountain climbing there over the winter. And it was so amazing to see him like climbing a mountain during the very cold winter that they have here in Georgia. Yeah, great wine in California, but I'll tell you, the Georgian one really does.
Especially Saperavi.
Level up to it, yeah.
It's the best.
A lot of great red, whites, and amber wines here.
Yeah.
Anything else about Kazbegi? We stayed at a guest house there.
Yeah, we stayed at a guest house. We actually didn't find too many options. There are some hotels, like rooms hotels there. It's a bit expensive.
Rooms is like a fancy chain they have.
Yeah, but we nice. Stayed in this guest house.
We can't afford that shit.
And it was really cheap, but like we had to find a kind of funny situation because there was a woman who owned it, and then what we think was like her daughter and then her son-in-law. And in the morning, I like got up and I walked past the window and I was like, wait, what? Because the curtains didn't close all the way. And the man was like just outside the window, maybe like 20 feet away from the window, just like staring. Yeah. And I was like, oh fuck, oh my God. Like, I think this dude is like just, a bit of a perv.
Bit of a peeper. Yeah.
So then I had to like duck under the window and like crawl back to the other side of the room under the window.
But that said, there's so many great guest houses to stay here in Georgia. It's a really cheap option if you don't want to pay for a hotel. And the hospitality here is incredible. Like people are always doing the best they can to receive you. They take hospitality very seriously here in Georgia, and they're always willing to give you free food, free wine, free cha-cha. For those of you that don't know, cha-cha is their like local liquor here, made from like grapes as well, like the sediment that is left after making wine or something like that.
Yeah, and a lot of people make their own cha-cha. So like a lot of places, like when we were in Tamogvi, the guy was like, I made this cha-cha, and like other.
You must try my cha-cha.
He was like, oh, it's lunchtime now, lunch cha-cha.
Breakfast. Right?
Breakfast cha-cha, cha-cha.
You know, during the winter, kind of warms you up, gets you ready for the day. Anything else about Kazbegi?
No, I mean, we also took a marshutka. It was easy. Where was the Kazbegi one? Did we go to Dodomi bus station, or was it the other?
Didube.
Didube, I mean. Didube bus station
I think
the
so.
Other one.
Yeah, Didube bus station is one you can get to.
Like a lot of.
Via metro.
Yeah.
Really easy. But yeah, that's Kazbegi. And we're going to move on to number 8, which is Okatse Canyon. Nikki actually didn't make it to Okatse Canyon because I visited there on a trip that I did with a travel agency called Caravanly. I actually have a banner here for them. Oh, yeah. If you guys want to travel around Georgia, but you don't like want to do the driving, or you don't want to hire people, or you don't know where to go, or you're afraid of like not, being able to speak enough Georgian, this company that I traveled around Georgia with was excellent. I did a 1-week trip with them. It's like cross country, and it's a literal like hop on, hop off kind of minivan situation where it's like today you're in Tbilisi, tomorrow you want to be in another city, they'll drive you there, and then you can kind of stay there for as long as you want, and then hop on another minivan like days later. You kind of choose how you want it to go. and you just pay them one price, and they'll take you and all the like, what do you call it? Like,
Food, accommodation,
and the places.
transportation.
Like,
Places you visit.
tourist sites, yeah. Those are all included. So it's just like one fixed price. And I actually have a whole playlist on my channel of all the places that I visited with them. About 5 videos. You can check it out, see what you think. But I do recommend Caravanly for any traveling here in Georgia. That said, Okate Canyon was a really cool spot. Yeah, just like so many beautiful mountains and trees. You can walk through the canyon on this platform. I wouldn't recommend it to people that are afraid of heights, which I kind of am, but it was still very much worth it. We were there on a really nice, like, was it summer?
Yeah, it was August.
Yeah, a really nice summer day. It was really hot. But yeah, you just kind of walk through the canyon. It's about like a 1 hour or 2 hour walk, I'd say. And yeah, it's on the west side of Georgia. And I went there with Caravanly, and it was one of the most beautiful spots that I saw here in Georgia.
Yeah, it seemed like on your Caravanly trip, they took you to places that are like not that touristy and not easy to get to through regular transportation. So it's kind of cool that he stayed in like really small places and met families and things like that.
Yeah, that's right. We got to stay at like very local guest houses, and a lot of the tourist spots were very much off the beaten track. So I do recommend Okate Canyon if you're here ever in Georgia. And we're going to move on to number 9, which is Signagi. Quite a few things to say about this place, I think. For starters, we have a cool video on Signagi. Definitely check that out. It's a funny one, I think. So what did we do in Signagi? Signagi is also in that wine region, in the Kaheti wine region. Yeah, really stayed at a nice guest house.
Yeah, really nice guest house with like a view of a garden and a valley. And like there's parts of the old wall around Signagi that you can walk on part of it, and parts of the old city that are all cobblestone and like kind of porticos over, and it's really a beautiful city. Yeah,
and there's so many good places to eat there.
We eat the best here.
There's like top-notch restaurants. One is called Pheasant's Tears, which Nikki was actually calling Peasant's Tears.
Yeah, I was like, it's kind of fucked up. They named their restaurant Pheasant's Tears.
So dark.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, but Pheasant's Tears was really, amazing place to eat. I would definitely recommend it to anyone going to Signagi. And of course, so many good places to enjoy.
Yeah, but we also went to a restaurant for breakfast called Travelers, I think.
Yeah.
And even that was like, we just got like a hachapuri and a lobio, but honestly it was like, lobio is like beans in a pot. And it was probably like the best lobio I've ever had.
And the hachapuri was amazing.
Yeah. And there was also a Mexican restaurant, which was really good because in Georgia, like, you can like find Mexican, but it's not really Mexican. But the one in Signagi was like really, really good. What else? Those are like the main places we ate, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Peasant's Tears, like for sure. Oh, we also went to a winery. It was not a winery. Was it a winery?
Woman? Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, I guess it was a winery. Do you remember the name?
I don't remember the name. It was like a fancy winery on the top of a hill.
Yeah, but it's owned by Americans.
Oh, is it Gold Wine? Gold Wine.
No, that was the first one where we had the glass of wine overlooking the hill. But then there was the other one where the American woman worked. There's an American couple that lives in Signagi, and they own a winery. Yeah. And we actually had no idea that they were Americans. We're just like, let's see what we can see. And then this woman, what was her name? Chauncey. Yeah. She was great. Such a character, but she explained everything, and like she did this very like, her husband is normally the one who does the wine tastings, and he was sick, so she was just like, I don't really know, so let's just like try this and this and this and this, and it was really great.
Pretty quirky that one. She's not in our video, but we have a whole video on Signagi if you want to check it out. Great place. So we are gonna move on.
I'm like, what? Nikki likes lobio. Very good joke, because me and Mike are like lobio siblings. We love beans.
They're tutors, these guys.
Okay, and then.
All right, and the last one, we're gonna move on to the Q&A session after this one. This is Gori and Upliskihe. So Gory, a bit of a controversial one. A man by the name of Joseph Stalin was born in Georgia. He is Georgian.
What was his real name?
Yeah, I don't remember. But what I do remember is that Stalin in Russian, because he changed his name from a Georgian name to a Russian name. Stalin was given to him by some other Russian person, I forget. And it means man of steel or something like that. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like Joe Man of Steel, Joseph Stalin.
Yeah, he wanted to sound more Russian.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Gori kind of became infamous because Stalin was born there. So they have a Stalin museum, which some people don't want to visit for obvious reasons. Other people find it interesting. We actually did visit because
Yeah, I think it was interesting, and like I honestly didn't get the feeling that it was glorifying Gori or glorifying Stalin, which some people think, but it kind of seemed to me it was just like, here's his life. Like these were his teachers when he was young, and then he did this, and then he did this. It was just kind of like flat. Like it wasn't glorifying, but it wasn't like knocking him down either. But I don't know. It was kind of interesting to see as like a kitsch thing.
Yeah, it was just interesting to kind of peep into a moment in time of history as well. Like without getting much into it, but if there was a Hitler museum, like I kind of want to check it out too.
Yeah, like I guess you can be interested in the idea or the history of something without like actually supporting the ideas of that person.
Which we definitely do not.
No.
But yeah, so Gori, I mean, as a town, I don't think there was a lot going on, but people go there mainly to check out the museum and also to go to Uplisihe, which is an ancient cave town.
That was amazing.
I'm not gonna try to say like when it was built or anything like that.
I don't know the history.
But yeah, what was interesting about this place is that because of COVID, we had it like completely to ourselves. So like you're in this ancient cave town. I kid you not, I think there were like 3 other tourists there and maybe a dog. We have a video on Gori and Uplisihe as well, so you can definitely check that out after. And yeah, I don't think there's much to say about Gori and Uplisihe.
Yeah, I mean, Uplisihe, honestly, I really loved. It was totally worth it. And it was really cheap to get there. Like if you take a marshutka from Gori to Uplisihe, I think it was like 1 lari, or like 30 cents, 30 cents. USD. Cents. So it was really cheap to get there, but it was really worth it. Like it's really cool because there's the cave city, and then outside of that, you just see like the mountains in the distance and everything. And
yeah, I would say as like a weekend trip or even a day trip from Tbilisi.
Yeah, you could do it. Far. No, Gori is like 45 minutes.
Yeah, so it's definitely worth a visit for these specific places. As a town, maybe it's not anything special, but
yeah, there was the fortress.
There was the fortress as well. Yeah.
And then we went to that restaurant and had really good cheese balls. So that was a highlight.
That was a big. Okay, and we are pretty much done with. It's halfway between.
Yeah, Tbilisi and Batumi. That's right.
That's right.
Well, it's actually a bit. Not exactly halfway, or because like it takes about 45 minutes in a car to Gori. It's more halfway between Tbilisi and Borjomi, I would think.
Yeah, that's right. Because Batumi is like 5 hours away from Tbilisi, and Gori is definitely not 2.5 hours.
No, it's like 45 minutes,
but yeah, definitely worth a check out. Okay. Oh, we got someone commenting in Portuguese. A verdade que o Chacha é mais forte que a pinga brasileira. So he's asking if Chacha, the Georgian liquor, is stronger than the Brazilian liquor. I would say it's like pretty even, but the Chacha, I mean, on different days, one can be stronger than the other maybe. And the Chacha definitely had me crawling home some nights, I'd say.
Yeah.
This one had to take care of me a few times.
A few times. Cachaça's better.
All right. She likes, Nikki actually lived in Brazil for a while as well. So she likes the cachaça better. I think cachaça maybe tastes better.
Yeah.
But there's so many different types of chacha here that you can actually get some that are really tasty as well. We had that one in Kazbegi that was really nice.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Some of them are made like from grapes, but some are made from like plum, I think, as well. So it's kind of cool to like try all the different types of chacha as well. And guys, that will kind of do it for the list of 10 places here in Georgia. I hope we've helped kind of clear up anything you want to know about Georgia.
So now we can go through the Q&A, through the list of comments and see if we missed anything and answer questions.
Yeah,
and if you guys have more questions, you can also...
Yeah, and let me just remind you, if you want to get one of these babies, Gringo Nation mask, there is a form in the description below. The link says Gringo Gives. All you have to do is put in your email. You will be automatically signed up to the newsletter, which is a monthly newsletter. And you will get to protect yourself against COVID with this mask. You do have to be present here at the live stream to claim your mask, because then I'm gonna send you an email like asking for your address, and then you'll get one of these in the mail. Okay, so we're gonna go through the questions here now, and hopefully we can answer some of them.
Okay, so a barrel full of biscuits said, any ideas when the Georgia-Turkey land border may open, or how can I find out?
This may be a good time
Yeah.
to tell people where we're going tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, we are going to Turkey. We are crossing the border by land, actually. We're here in Batumi, which is very close to the border, about 20 minutes away by car. We are going to get a taxi over to the border, and we're going to cross over into Turkey by foot. Hopefully everything will go okay. So the border is open.
Yeah, so the border from leaving Georgia, entering Turkey, has been open
for a while.
Yeah. For almost the whole time. Going the opposite way, it was harder to get from Turkey to enter Georgia, but I think starting February 1st, they started allowing tourists into Georgia, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's
this
definitely
year for sure.
rules, like you have to have a PCR test.
Yeah, there's a website actually called stopcovid.ge, I think, that has all the information for anyone wanting to enter Georgia. But yeah, the land border is open from Georgia to Turkey, and we're definitely gonna do that tomorrow. You do need a PCR test, which we did today.
No, we did it yesterday. We got our results today.
We're both negative. Yay.
No COVID.
Yeah.
I need a visa because I'm American and Brazilians don't.
Yeah.
But it was super easy. Like just Google e-visa Turkey, and then you'll get taken to the site. I filled out a few things. I think it was around like $50 US, and then it's almost immediate. Like you get an email, and like within 30 minutes, I had my visa. And so now I've just like saved that document on my Google Drive on my phone, and I'll just show them that when I cross the border.
Yeah, and tomorrow we're going to a town here on the Black Sea coast of Turkey called Trabzon, and we will be there for about a week. And over the course of 3 months, we're going to make our way to Istanbul. None of us have ever been to Turkey, so it's going to be a really exciting trip. I'm very excited about it.
Me too.
And yeah, we don't really know what to expect, but we're really excited about like doing all these videos about all the amazing food there and all. Like we're going to Cappadocia. We want to do the balloon rides. So I think there'll be a lot of great opportunities to get like really good footage.
Yeah, for sure.
Like so we're definitely excited about that. So we're going to Turkey tomorrow.
Yeah, and for the next 90 days.
The next 90 days. Yeah.
So quiet towns. Yeah. So Borjomi is a good quiet town.
Borjomi is a good quiet town.
Even like so in Kazbegi, there's a few different towns. We stayed in Stepan Saminda, and that was very quiet. It's like a small town. Honestly, like most towns in Georgia are kind of small and quiet, except Tbilisi and Batumi.
Yeah, but even this Airbnb that we're at here in Batumi, it's on a very quiet street, and we've been sleeping quite well here.
Yeah.
I remember Gori being particularly quiet.
Yeah, where we stayed,
yeah.
Gori was like silent. We couldn't hear anything at night. So
that's something really nice about Georgia. Like sometimes it's like dead of night, and it's so peaceful to sleep too.
Yeah, that's really true.
Okay. Give me a village where I can rent a house for 6 months. A cheap village. Yeah, what's your name? Nadine Chabhan. Nadine, we're not really like we don't really know too much about like real estate. We don't know like how much it would be exactly or anything. But a village where you could spend 6 months in, depends what you're going for, I guess.
Yeah, like which side. I mean, we mostly use Airbnb because it's the most accessible. Like I know it's not always like the best for local economies, but It's the most accessible for tourists. So we used Airbnb a lot, but we also stayed like, when we were in Borjomi, we tried to go to Vardzia. Unfortunately, when we went to Vardzia, it was closed.
Vardzia is another ancient cave town.
Yeah, so we couldn't actually go in Vardzia, but we did spend that weekend in a village right outside of Vardzia called Tmogvi. And we stayed at a guest house that was a recommendation from his friend, actually. And I don't know if you'd want to live there. There's like no supermarkets or anything. But maybe when you say village, you don't necessarily mean like tiny, tiny village, just small town. But overall, I think renting places in Georgia is very affordable. Like,
yeah, extremely affordable.
Like, I don't know if you were here when we were talking about rent in Tbilisi, but my apartment was $300 a month. So I think you could easily find something affordable and maybe find like an Airbnb for a 2 weeks or a month, and then meet people and see if you can find something, like talk to local people and see if they know of someone renting an apartment, and then you can find something cheaper.
Yeah, it's always a good idea to talk to the locals. You'll get better prices that way. But I mean, if you're going for something really quiet, maybe like something like Borjomi could be your thing. But if you're looking for a place that maybe has like some nicer restaurants, but it's still kind of quiet, Signagi might be another great option. What I would say is just come on down and check out a few places with your own eyes and see what you like more.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any campsites in Georgia? Also, can you wild camp, parking camper near beach? That's a great question, actually.
Yeah, I know that there are camping places. Like there's some kind of glamping places. Do you remember the name of that place we looked into going? It's kind of a glamping place. But then another girl I know started an eco village. I also can't remember what that's called.
I'm actually looking up this Instagram to give as a recommendation.
But there are like definitely camping sites. We personally never went camping here because we don't have tents and gear for it. But I know that like people we know have been camping.
Yeah, you can definitely go camping here. We don't have too many details about it, but you can definitely do it. What I would recommend, I'm going to actually write this in the comments right now.
Exactly.
Check out this Instagram called Bicicleta Infinita. He does a lot of like that kind of like wilder stuff, like camping and mountain climbing and stuff. Did that go through? Yeah. Okay, I just wrote that in the comments. Check out that Instagram, Bicicleta Infinita. Tell them Gringo Nation sent you. This is an Argentinian guy, really lovely guy. You can ask him some questions about camping, and I think he will definitely be able to help you out.
Yeah, we actually ran into him and then a Spanish guy he was traveling with, because he had already met him, but we ran into him randomly in a national park. And they were just like, oh yeah, we're gonna like hike over this mountain and like camp on the top of the mountain and then like keep going. And we were like, oh, okay.
I'm actually gonna write his Instagram there as well.
Yeah,
Siberiano Explorer. When I first met these guys in Ocase Canyon, they told me they were doing like, one of them was walking from Italy to Australia.
I don't know how he's gonna walk across the ocean, but mostly walking.
Yeah, there are some, loopholes. Or maybe one of them was biking from Italy to Australia.
Bicicleta Infinita is biking.
Yeah.
But I think he's biking to Asia.
Right. And then Siberiano Explorer might be walking from Italy to Australia. One of them was going to Australia for sure. Any two of those guys, tell them Gringo Nation sent you, and they'll be happy to help you out. They're really nice guys. One is Spanish, one is Argentinian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our train's good there. Yeah. Like the train I was talking about before is more of like this like touristy experience, and it's very rustic. But like actual transportation trains are nice. Yeah, they are. And the one from Tbilisi here to Batumi, it's a 5.5-hour train. Like it's definitely not luxurious. Like if you get first class, you get like your own plug. And like maybe slightly bigger seats. Yeah, but it's like double the price. So we just get the normal seats, but it's comfortable enough. Right? Yeah, and there's no food. Like there's one vending machine, and it's full of like stale sandwiches. So like bring your own food for sure. They do have Wi-Fi, which like when you're kind of like going through the larger cities works like decently. When you're in the middle of the mountains, it doesn't work. But at least you can kind of get some messages every now and again and send some out. So Angelica in Portuguese asked, what do you want to know about Brazil? No,
like which place would you like to go to in Brazil that you haven't been to before?
Is this for me, Angelica?
Let's do it for you because maybe I've been to more places.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
Well,
Who knows, maybe not.
I used to live in Santa Cruz do Sul, in Rio Grande do Sul. And so I kind of have been a little bit around there, Porto Alegre, Gramado.
I'd love to go to Gramado. I've never been.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Like Florianopolis, and then I've been to Rio, and then up north to Lençóis and Bahia.
You went to a few places.
Yeah, but I think if I went back to Brazil, I would like to go like up north more, like Fortaleza, Belém, more in that area.
Yeah, I'd actually love to visit the Amazon before Bolsonaro burns it down. But I got dengue fever once in Thailand, so I'm afraid of visiting the Amazon and getting dengue fever again. And the second thing I'd love to do in Brazil is like do a trip from the most northern beach all the way down to the southernmost beach. I don't know how long that would take me, but I'd like to document every step of the way here on the channel. So maybe one day that could happen. Okay, Biscuit Barrel asks, what are the COVID restrictions there at the moment? Is there a curfew? Is travel between regions allowed? So,
well, okay, so in Tbilisi when we left, there was a curfew, and there's been a curfew for several months, which is 9 p.m. So there was a curfew back in the spring, like April and May, and then that ended, and then all summer, things were like pretty open, but then in the fall when things started getting bad again, they also like reinstated the curfew 9 p.m. And I think it's still 9 p.m. now. And also restaurants outdoor eating recently opened, but only during the week. And so weekends are still like totally off limits, no restaurants, but you can get delivery. Let's see.
Is travel between regions allowed?
Now.
Yeah, now it is. Like now the trains are running again.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, basically the numbers here were always really good from the beginning, very low numbers. And then over the summer, there was definitely a big peak. And then they put in all these restrictions that really helped bring the numbers down again.
Yeah.
So they have lifted a few restrictions now, which is nice. And I guess we're a little upset that we're leaving Georgia, which really has been like a COVID safe haven for us. Turkey has started mass vaccination, so that's good. But it'll still be several months before we can feel totally safe.
Yeah. Because like in January, it was public transportation was closed, like not even marshutkas. So that's why we had to hire a private car to go between Tbilisi and Borjomi. And then we were actually getting nervous because we knew we had to come to Batumi from Tbilisi on March 5th. And like we kept checking the trains and there was no availabilities. But finally on March 1st, there was like one train available per day. So we did manage to take a train from Tbilisi to Batumi.
Yeah. But definitely a great place to be during COVID. We're so grateful that we got to spend the last year here. Yeah. Just to answer Rafi here, which we've already answered, he's asking to which country are you continuing from the amazing Georgia, which is truly amazing. So we've already said it, but just to say it again, we are going to Turkey tomorrow. We'll be spending 3 months there, traveling from Trabzon over to Istanbul over the course of 3 months. You will see every step of the way here on the channel. And actually, I'm releasing a video in a few hours where I talk to Mike Swigunski, fellow YouTuber as well. Check out his channel, Mike Swigunski. I'll actually write that down here. And he's been to Turkey, so if you check out his Instagram, you'll see a lot of great pictures there. He's a photographer too, really amazing pictures. Okay, next question. Let's see here.
So vineyards. Oh, you know, in Kaheti, the wine region. This one here.
This one?
Yeah. Because like in California, like Sonoma and Napa would be comparable to Kaheti in Georgia. Like when we were in Tel Aviv, we went to, I can't remember the name, but a winery, but they have tons. Like all over Kaheti, you can find wineries. In every city, you can find wineries.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been to Napa, and it's such a beautiful place, but a lot of places here in Georgia are very comparable, I'd say, in terms of beauty.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it would really feel like home, some of these places for you.
Yeah. This one.
What would? Okay, I know.
Yeah, he comments on your channel.
Yeah. Thank you for watching the videos, and I know that you're Irish because we've chatted a bit, and I know that's why your name is a little difficult to pronounce because sometimes the Irish names can be a little difficult. But I'm actually going to give it a go. Diarmuid. Kavanagh. How would you pronounce Diarmuid? No, tell me if I got it.
Diarmuid?
Tell me if I came close.
Sorry.
What would be your opinion on opening a sports bar?
It's so hard to say because everything's closed.
Yeah. Well, so there's an Irish bar here in Batumi.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's like technically an Irish bar, but it is owned by an Irishman.
It's owned by an Irishman, yeah.
Called Mary's Pub, and the guy is so nice.
Yeah,
his name is Sam.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's definitely, I think the competition is kind of low for opening a sports bar.
Yeah, for specifically a sports bar, I think would be good.
Yeah. What kind of sports would they watch here? They love football, and I think they watch rugby as well. Those would be the two sports I'd say that they're probably most into. When I say football, I mean, of course, international football, not American football, which sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
But yeah, I mean, if you have the capital, I would say that opening a sports bar here in Georgia is probably a great option because, well, we know that foreigners can open up businesses here because we know a lot of foreigners that have businesses here.
Who are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of like Bagelin and local.
Oh yeah, actually, we should really say that.
Yeah.
So our friend Andy, he's Australian, and he started making New York bagels, and like that's really hard to find here. And so he has his kitchen that operates out of Locale, which is a co-working space, which is also great. Shout
out to Candy from I call it local, she calls it Locale.
Yeah, there's a K, so like
Candy,
I just feel like it should be a little different. I want it to be fancy.
Amazing co-working space in Tbilisi as well.
Yeah, and so Bagelin operates from there, and you can like make orders online and go pick them up. He also delivers, and they're like delicious bagels.
Top notch, like we order so many bagels from. So I mean, there are foreigners that run businesses here, so I don't think the licensing is really that difficult.
Yeah, it's possible. And I think like now is not the right time.
Yeah.
But when things start opening up, I think like, yeah, it could be a really good idea, especially because there's other foreigners that would want to go to that too.
Yeah, I think it could be a good idea.
Okay. I know this was about a different city, but I do want to say our favorite restaurant in Tbilisi is called Makshalia.
Yeah, write this one down because you're not going to find it in like any Lonely Planets or anything.
No, but like you can have a feast. You can order like 10 different dishes. Like we've been and ordered like, 6 different things. We even went with our friends Meg and Mike who are commenting, ordered like several jugs of wine. And then you go to leave and it's like 7 lari per person, which is like less than $3.
It's like, are you sure you got this right?
Yeah, it's like incredibly affordable and like really delicious Georgian food. It's great for groups because you just like order all together, like family style. And then like, honestly, you won't pay more than $5 per person.
That's right.
Yeah, so.
Like, definitely write that one down. Like we went there like a few times.
Yeah, a number of times.
We went there with Mike and Meg actually twice, I think.
Yeah, probably. And I went there for Cheryl's birthday.
Okay. Did you talk about Portland?
No, but bacon and beer, because it was when we were talking about Mexican food in Signagi.
Yeah. I was in Portland not long ago, actually. I had so much craft beer there that my stomach was like...
You couldn't handle Mexican beer.
Yeah, I can't handle it anymore. I was actually in bed for like 2 weeks because of all the craft beer I had in Portland. Okay, I actually really fucked up. Okay.
Oh, it's about here.
Okay.
Okay.
So where can we go?
Oh, Gravy might move here. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I think you should move here.
Yeah, it seems like you're really interested in Georgia. I think you'd like it.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching the videos, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mike, are we matching on purpose? Well, you know what?
We always just wear black.
Yeah, we just wear a lot of black. So maybe it's just that impression.
Or maybe after spending so much time together, it just naturally happens.
Can you drive from Turkey to Georgia? You most certainly can, but
there's like
you might have trouble.
I have a friend, Jordan, who did it. He had a car and like he lived in Georgia for like maybe a year. And I know he was like really struggling to find like the different paperwork and different things he had to do. So like it's possible, but it might be complicated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely look into that website we mentioned. It's called stopcovid.ge, and you'll get all the information you need from like crossing the border from Turkey to Georgia. Yeah, Leo, thanks. Now you're speaking in English. So how's the coexistence between Georgians, Ossetians, and Trussids? Do you have a historical breakthrough, or this is not currently an obstacle? You know what? I would have to recommend you ask a Georgian this question, because I just don't know that we know enough about, the history. Georgia has a very troubled past, and I don't feel like we have really speak on it that well,
Yeah, and like there's definitely a lot of conflict with Russia. Like you'll see all over Russia people writing like Russia or occupier. What did I say?
All over Russia.
Oh, I meant all over Georgia.
Yeah.
All over Georgia, there's like spray painted and stickers and things that say like "Get out Russia" and "Russia occupier," because there is such a Russian military presence, like in South Ossetia and in Abkhazia. So like I know there's a lot of conflict between Georgians and Russians over these territories.
Yeah, and I am actually going to write a website here in the comments. It's called the Red Fedora Diary. This is a friend of mine. She is Georgian, and she knows a lot about the history of her country. It's Red Fedora Diary on Instagram, so you can definitely look her up there and ask her that question. She'll be happy to answer you. She's such a lovely woman. All right, Paulinha, quando vamos encontrar você e a Nikki em São Paulo?
Vamos saber.
So she's asking when are me and Nikki going to São Paulo, which is my hometown. Paulinha is my eternal dance partner and Haji's wife, my two best friends that I love so much. So I want to be in São Paulo at the end of the year. I want to spend New Year's with you guys. I was thinking about coming now in the middle of the year, but I am not going to be going because of the COVID situation and Bolsonaro and all that shit. Yeah, so we're going to Turkey, and then actually Nikki's going back to America after Turkey.
Yeah, for a few months.
Yeah, and then I guess we don't really know what's happening from there. I'll see you like in December for sure, and maybe you'll get to meet Nikki one day. Quem sabe.
Quem sabe.
All right, so we've got the. Oh, do you see many motorhomes in Georgia? I want to drive my motorhome through Turkey. That actually sounds like a really cool trip.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Invite us.
You want to make some videos together?
Yeah, let's do it. I can't say that I have seen many motorhomes in Georgia.
Well, I mean,
I think
it's hard
that
to say,
has to do with the whole tourist situation, like.
That and like, no, we don't really see them in Tbilisi, but like, I don't think motorhomes are like camped out in the capital city. So like maybe outside of the city, they're like traveling around more, but.
Yeah, and Georgians just like really own their own, like all Georgians kind of own their own houses here. So you don't really like have to live in a motorhome either.
Right, so like tourism motorhomes, like van life, it's really hard to say because the country's been closed. Like they closed the borders, March of last year, and they just opened them again in February. So almost like one entire year that overlapped with us being here, like no one was allowed to enter.
Yeah, but I think when tourists start coming in at a higher frequency, maybe we will see some motorhomes, and we'll make sure to put them in the videos for you. Biscuit Barrel. Daddy boy! Love of my life. All right, Nikki falou o nome das cidades com sotaque muito. Yeah. So Danny Boy is saying that Nikki's Portuguese accent is actually quite good, which I do agree with.
Obrigada, morei no sul.
Yeah, ela morou no sul tempo. Ela fala tu em vez de você, né? She says tu instead of você. Yeah, so thank you, Danny Boy. Miss you, buddy. Hope to see. Danny Boy lives in Portugal with Luigi. Kisses to both of you. Love you. See you guys soon, hopefully. Oh, and thanks for thanks for keeping all my clothes there, because I was in Portugal before I came to Georgia, and I left like half of my bags in their wardrobe, and it's still there. And please don't throw those clothes out, because there's actually some of my favorite shirts are there still. So just hold on to those shirts. I'll come and get them one day, whenever I can. Okay,
Hugh.
Hughes Jacot. I'm guessing you're like either Canadian or French, or is that would that be your guess?
Yeah,
Jacot,
I
maybe.
mean, Hugh, I don't know.
I don't know. Let us know in the comment section. Hello, thanks for your videos. They're great. Thank you so much, Hughes, for watching. Yeah, I mean, we make these videos for you guys to kind of like guide you through your own travels, and I hope it motivates you and inspires you to go exploring. I have to move to Georgia for several months now, but I'm forced to go by road because
Let's see if there's a continuation.
it's like,
yeah.
find out in the next chapter.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, because here.
Because I take a lot of things with me for my work, my RV, my pet studio. Do you have any idea when the land borders will reopen?
Well, between Turkey and Georgia, they are open now.
Yeah.
Our friend Daniel went to Armenia recently, but I'm not sure about going Armenia to here.
Yeah, I think entering Georgia might be a little more difficult than exiting Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, I just don't think. Well, I guess you're coming here for work. Maybe your superiors can actually inform you quite well on that stuff. Otherwise, I wouldn't actually tell people to like do RV trips like through this.
Yeah,
we just region.
And things are constantly changing, so it's really hard to like really advise about borders. But check that website. Say it again.
Which one? Stopcovid.ge, and you'll find all the information you need there. Hi Dennis Rose, what is approximate cost to hire a taxi driver to do a full day of wine tasting? That's a great question, actually.
Yeah.
Listen, we've never hired a driver to do a full day of wine tasting, but we have hired lots of drivers for like intercity transportation.
Yeah, and Kakheti is a lot closer than Borjomi, so I would say maybe like if you're leaving from Tbilisi, going to Kakheti and coming back and like going all around, maybe 150 seems reasonable.
Yeah.
150 lari.
150 lari.
Which is like $50.
Yeah, I mean, everything's very affordable here.
Yeah, I mean, when we went from Tbilisi to Kakheti, we took marshutkas, and so it's really cheap. Like to Tel Aviv, I think we paid 10 lari to go there each, and then coming back, it's more expensive because it's not as common, so I think we paid 80 coming back.
Yeah, and just to give people a general idea of how affordable Georgia is, we just had like a goodbye Georgia dinner at a fancy restaurant close by. Nikki went all out, had a salmon steak, and I had their typical hachapuri Georgian dish. We each had a glass of red wine as well, and it was a pretty fancy place. So of course we're spending a little more than we usually do. But how much did that cost?
The total was 63 lari.
Yeah, total was 63 lari, which I guess would be like
around 20
US dollars. So, I mean, I don't think you'd really have a problem hiring someone to go wine tasting.
Oh, I remember the name. There's a good winery we went to near Arge, near Tel Aviv, called Shumi Winery. And it was really great because we went and they were like, actually, we're closed right now because of COVID, so we're not doing tours. But we were like, well, we're here. Like, can we just like buy a bottle of wine? And they're like, yeah, totally. So we just bought a bottle of wine and we opened it and we just sat in their like beautiful garden and just drank a bottle of wine between the two of us. And it was really nice.
Oh, the gay old time.
It was fantastic. So yeah, Shumi is good.
Yeah. Aoni says, vrah. I think that's the sound that the skirt, the dress makes when the dancer goes around. Hugh says he's French. I got it right. Yeah.
I was guessing French, but I didn't want to make
I was
judgment.
guessing French.
In my head, I was. Oui, français.
Yeah. Do you know any French?
Oui, j'y parle un peu.
Yeah, je ne parle pas français. Also, my grandma was born in Paris, and whenever me and my sister would fight, she would say "je de main, je de vilain," which I guess means like hand game is villain game, something like that.
Je ne sais pas.
Je ne sais pas. But yeah, she had that je ne sais quoi, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people do.
Yeah. And you say, I don't work for anyone else. I'm an internet entrepreneur.
Oh, okay.
You should definitely come check out Georgia because there's a great expat crowd of other internet entrepreneurs. I would suggest you check out, I've already recommended him here in the comments, Mike Swigunski. He talks a lot about digital nomading and online entrepreneurship in general. So he could probably help you out with some questions you may have.
Yeah, it seems like Tbilisi is like the up and coming hub for digital nomads. Like it's becoming like the next cool place.
Yeah, and that's kind of why we came here to check it out and see if it was worth the hype, and it really is. I would recommend it to
Wait,
anyone.
go to this one first.
So, can you film the Georgia-Turkey border as much as possible when you're there, especially Turkey? Yeah, well, that was the big plan tomorrow. Tomorrow we're waking up and we're gonna do a video crossing the border over to Turkey, and we're gonna pack that video with as much information as possible. As always, thank you for the recommendation. Okay, so let's continue on. With all the equipment I take.
Not to go to Turkey, but take the boat from Bulgaria. We haven't been to Turkey. We haven't been to Bulgaria. Like taking the boat from Bulgaria across the Black Sea to Georgia sounds amazing. So like I don't know about going through Turkey, so we can't really say, but they both sound like good adventures.
Yeah, kind of jealous of the adventures. And thank you for saying that our French is actually decent, which we know is not true. You're very kind.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm liking that Biscuit, Beryl, and Hugh are talking now. Like,
oh, cool.
I want to build a community around this channel, and I just really love it when you guys help each other out as well. Because let's be honest, I definitely don't have all the answers. I just try to help you guys as much as I can with my experience that I've had traveling. Nikki tries her best to do the same. But yeah, if you guys can help each other, I think that's the ideal situation. Because
yeah, it sounds like you guys
might be a big happy family.
Yeah, but it sounds like if you guys are both coming sometime in the next year, you might be here at the same time. So
that's right.
It could be good to connect.
All right, we've kind of reached the end of this Q&A session. Just one more. Want to enter Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've already kind of talked about.
We don't know about Bulgaria. Sorry.
Yeah. I want to know about Bulgaria. I hope I get to go there as soon as possible. So we're ending this Q&A session here. If we see any other questions while we're finishing up here, we'll try to answer them as well. But officially, this Q&A session has ended. So I think we're actually going to do the giveaway now.
Yeah. Oh, I want to say one thing. If you guys have any ideas, like I think it was Biscuit Barrel. Yeah, Biscuit Barrel, who asked us if we could film the border crossing between Georgia and Turkey. Like, if you guys have any other suggestions of like, oh, I really want to see this one thing or how something works in Turkey, like, let us know either here now if you think of it now, or comment on any of his videos. Yeah. And like, if you have something that you really want to see, like, we'll really try our best to make a video about that. Yeah,
or actually contact us through Instagram as well. So
yeah.
Slide into the, I love saying slide into the DMs. Sounds so
trashy.
Trashy, which is my vibe. Slide into the DMs. So my Instagram is gringo.nation. Nikki's Instagram is Nikki Posts Stuff.
Mm-hmm. We can write them here.
Yeah, we can write them here. And yeah, because like honestly, we make these videos and we try to pack them with information. We don't have a crystal ball. We don't always know what you guys want to know. But yeah, some of the videos I've made with all this information on Georgia have done quite well, and I want to give you guys as much information on Turkey while I'm there. So if you have any questions about Turkey that you'd like us to cover in the videos, please let us know. Actually, could you go?
Yeah.
Dunny boy, I want more lives, and you'll return my clothes soon. Yeah, maybe we can meet up like in Brazil, hopefully soon, or even in Albania. I'm thinking about going to Albania. Luigi mentioned that she might want to go too, and you're just gonna have to take her because I know how she gets. Yeah, we do plan on doing more lives. We'll definitely do some more in the next few months. Yeah, but at least we get to see each other this way and answer my audio comment on WhatsApp. All right, Oi Leo, glad you're back. If you want to talk about music, So I have heard about these Georgian trios. Oh, here in Georgia they have the polyphonic singing. Which
Oh
is
yeah,
like,
it's really cool.
I think it's almost considered like a world heritage kind of singing, where like each singer does a different tone of voice and it just sounds completely beautiful. And our friend's husband,
Oh yeah, Haley's husband.
yeah,
Well, boyfriend.
is a Georgian polyphonic singer, and it's really amazing. If you want to talk to me on Instagram, I have a recommendation for a Georgian band that I really like, but I don't remember the name right now, so I can actually check that out on somewhere else and let you know. And Haji wants to know if Sienna Cinema Club will still be on. This is a little, this is something we do every week where we watch a movie. Smoke some reefer and watch a movie. But we do it over Zoom because he's in Brazil and I'm in Georgia. And it's a great time. We watch like Wayne's World and stuff. So yeah, of course, Sienna Cinema Club is on. So that's definitely gonna happen. Okay, so now I think we have reached the end of the Q&A session. Thank you so much, guys, for your questions. We're actually gonna do the mask thing now. So if you signed up for this mask and you're not here on this live stream, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna get it. You have to be here to get the mask.
All right, let's see who's the winner.
And this one has really helped me out. So just bear with me, guys. I'm gonna just refresh this page here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoever signed up for this mask has a really good chance of winning because there's only 5 people in the mix. So, I'm not sure how to PM you.
These two guys are trying to connect.
Oh, right. Okay. So I have 5. I'm gonna pick a number at random from 0 to 5 on Google here, and we're actually gonna see who won this mask. All right. I think Nikki has won the mask,
no.
but she's not getting it. Don't worry.
Do it again.
We're gonna do it again. 0 is also not an option. Okay, I think we have a winner now. 1, 2, 3. Sincha Malandrino, are you here? If you are here, you have to let me know fast in the comments. Sincha, você ganhou uma máscara. Você tá aqui. Are you here? If you're not, I'm gonna give it to someone else. All right. Well, we'll give Sincha some time to answer. If she does, then I actually know I don't need to get her address. So I probably know it already because she's my dear friend. But yeah. Anyways, what else? I think we're gonna wrap this up pretty soon. I just want to let you guys know that I will release a video in 3 hours, and that is a really cool collab that I did with Mike Swigunsky, as I've mentioned here before. Oh, Sincha, you are here.
Thank you.
Yeah, you knew it. Something told me you were gonna get it as well. It's just that vibe between us, isn't it? All right, but Aoni was trying to get the mask for himself. You know what, Aoni? I'll just send you one as well because I love you so much. But she's here. Yeah, I'm gonna send all you guys some masks because you are my dear friends. Yeah, Jadmud, thanks so much for watching, for being here today on this live, and for watching the videos and for commenting. I'm very grateful for every time you do that. Hey, Sean, how are you? You're a vlogger from Tbilisi.
Cool.
Oh, cool. So
what's your channel? Will you?
So it must be Sean Vlogs.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as this live stream is over.
India, just came back to Tbilisi. Cool.
Oh, cool. So I will definitely be checking out your vlogs, and yeah, you're gonna love Tbilisi. I hope you have a great time there. So Sincha, you know what? I have this new email. It's gringo@gringonation.com. Very difficult, that one. And I'm really proud of it. So why don't you send me an email with your address, yours and Guy's address, and I'll send you over one of these babies, one of these Gringo Nation masks. All right? Gringo@gringonation.com. All right, Aoni, love you so much. Hope to see you soon. Nikki loved the song that you made
Yeah,
for her.
I loved it so much. Obrigado.
Yeah, so Sean went to India and just came back to Tbilisi. Great. I hope to see India as well one day. All right, guys. So yeah, the new video will be out in about 3 hours. I really loved doing that collab with Mike, and I'm so grateful for all of you being here today.
Also, I think Biscuit Barrel asked about trains, and you actually have a train video coming out.
That's right, which is actually edited by Nikki. This is going to be the first video that Nikki has edited.
Edited.
For me,
yeah,
which I'm very grateful for, and I don't know if anyone cares to know, but I do edit every single one of my videos. I spend like count.
Well, there's two. There's two.
Yeah, and I like when I have the money, I outsource to an editor, Enrique, the Venezuelan guy he lives in Colombia, but he's Venezuelan. And he's edited 2 of my videos, but I've done about like 67, and now Nikki is editing another one. So we do have a video coming up about the train ride from Tbilisi to Batumi. So if you want to see what the trains are like here, you should check out that video. Cincha says that I should check out my Uber thing. That I should check my Uber because it would have her address where I need to send it. Yeah, I've slept home on Ubers many times from her house. Paulina is definitely going to get a mask as well because her husband made the mask, and
you might as well just send like one bulk.
Yeah, I'll send like a box of masks to Brazil, and you guys can do whatever you want them. You can like lay them on the floor for the cats to pee on or whatever you'd like to do. Hugh, thank you so much. I am definitely not an editor. I've just kind of.
Well, you are.
Well, I mean, I forced myself to be, but I just kind of picked it up as I went along. If any of you want to have a travel channel or any type of channel for that matter, start with iMovie. It's really not that difficult. Like you can just kind of start there, and as you progress, you can kind of change to other programs and stuff. I don't know if you have any recommendations.
Yeah, I mean, I use Premiere Pro. I used to use Final Cut. I think Premiere Pro is more intuitive. And you use Filmora.
I use Filmora now, but I used iMovie for about like 50 videos, I think. But yeah, like it's, you kind of pick it up as you go along as anything else. Denny boy, all right, I'll send some masks over.
It's only fair for keeping your clothes.
Well, actually, I forgot to mention this, but if anyone watching wants a Gringo Nation mask, you can actually go on the print-on-demand shops and get them. I have the links down below. It says like check out the Gringo Nation design shops. I have 2 print-on-demand shops. One is on a website called TeePublic, and the other one is on a website called Redbubble. And you can get these masks there. They ship worldwide.
Yeah, along with other designs that we've uploaded.
Yeah, and Nikki has her shops too, which you can see on your Instagram, can't you?
Yeah, on my link tree.
Yeah, so Nikki has a link tree on her Instagram where you can also check out all her illustrations and her print-on-demand shops. And yeah, you can get one of these babies shipped over to you wherever you are. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you, Diadmo, doing a great job. Appreciate the tips. Yeah, we're always doing the best we can here. And if you guys have any questions, just slide on over to Instagram. You can ask them some questions there. And lastly, I mean, is there anything we missed?
I don't know. Is there?
Is there?
Is there
anything
people
we missed?
out there?
Just let us know. This was our first live stream. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, it was really fun, you guys. I'm so happy to meet all of you guys virtually.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much to all of you for being a part of this. And you know what? I think we're just gonna end it here.
Yeah.
Because I still haven't packed.
And I have.
Nikki has. She always packs first. But I need to pack because we're heading into Turkey tomorrow, and I'm really excited to bring you guys
10 hours.
all the videos and information from there. So we'll be hopefully entering Turkey in the next 10 to 12 hours. And if you guys just want to see, we'll probably be posting some stories along the way.
Yeah, like if you want to follow on our Instagrams, we'll be like, putting stories up as we go, and then you can expect the video to come out later.
Yeah, and one last thing I want to say is I want to thank two very special viewers, one of them by the name of Richie Johnson and the other one by the name of Noah Minks. They have contributed to the channel via a link I have in this description. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. Basically, it's just so you can contribute to the channel and keep it going. There are a lot of costs involved with making these videos. Not always like on the day of making the videos, but like I invest in a lot of things to bring you guys this information. Like I invest in
sound equipment.
I just had to get a new phone to make sure the footage was great. I have to pay a lot of websites for like copyright-free music, keyword research, all that kind of stuff, and the costs just kind of add up. And I'm definitely no millionaire.
Not yet.
I give English.
Wait for those Google ad money coming in.
I teach English to Chinese children every day, and it's quite the battle, but I just love doing it and bringing you guys all this information. So no pressure, but any contribution is always very appreciated. So thank you so much to Richie Johnson and Noah Mates for making those contributions recently. Thank you, Danny Boy. Love you guys. Beijo na Lud, beijo em você.
Thanks for everyone for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Madloba.
Madloba. Merci. Obrigado. Thanks. Thank you.
Shukran.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate.
Shukriya.
Shukriya.
What other countries? How do you say thank you in Irish?
Yeah, it's like fuck off or something. Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. Get a lotto ticket. Yeah, that might work out. And then address it to Gringo Nation. All right. Thank you so much. We are wishing you guys good morning if you're, or good afternoon if you're in California. I don't know what the UK is like right now, but
it's like 4 hours behind.
All right, so good evening to the UK. We are calling this a night. What is this? Is this thank you? I hope this doesn't mean like go.
It's probably thank you.
Yeah, probably thank you. Seems a bit long, but yeah, I believe you. All right. So I guess we're just gonna. I kind of don't want this to end. It's a bit hard to say goodbye. My first live stream, but I guess we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Actually, you know what? There's only 3 minutes left to an hour and a half, so I'm just gonna keep this going. Oh, thank you is Gale, or I don't know how to say that. There's a lot of like in Irish.
Yeah.
Gaelic.
My grandpa always used to say Aaron Gobra, because my cousin is Aaron, and he would always say Aaron Gobra. I don't know exactly what that means, but I think it's Irish. Yeah, and I don't know if there are people watching from other countries as well. I saw there was a girl, I think, from Bermuda. Oh yeah, from Bermuda. Yeah, so we speak English, we speak Spanish. So Nikki speaks Spanish fluently. Speaks Spanish better than I do. I speak Portuguese fluently as I'm from Brazil. Italian. Nikki speaks Italian quite fluently. I speak Korean, but it's been several years since I lived there, so I don't speak it as well as I used to. But
yeah, I actually lived in China for a year, so I picked up some Mandarin, but definitely just what I needed to get by.
Have a good day is what that means. That's cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we really need to broaden. We actually have, there are a few like Irish.
Yeah, a couple of our good friends are Irish. Shout out to Claire and Meg.
Shout out to Claire and Meg. Yeah. And they have taught us some Irish.
Yeah, Meg is from Limerick and Claire is actually from County Clare.
County Clare. Very convenient, huh?
Her mom was a blow-in, as she says.
What's a blow-in?
It's like a hippie. I think it's like a hippie sort of like passes into town.
Oh, I can see that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what, guys? There's only 1 minute left, so I just want to say you should definitely come visit Georgia. Such a beautiful country. Yeah, he's saying Clare is a lovely place.
County Clare.
Yeah. I've actually never made it to Ireland or Scotland, but I hope to visit soon. Georgia's such a lovely place, guys. Like, it's off the beaten track. We really didn't know what to expect from it, but we had to come check it out. I didn't intend on spending
No,
a
not
whole
at all.
year here. I don't think any of us did,
No.
but we're really glad that we did as well.
Yeah, it's really affordable. The food is delicious. Like I was really able to save because my job is an American company, so I'm making American dollars and then spending in Lari. So I was like really, really able to save quite a bit this year, which is really nice.
Yeah. I wasn't able to save quite as much, but I have managed to. Well, I actually got some surgeries here. I won't go into that much, but even like medical expenses are very affordable here. And I also
I even got veneers, and those
Oh,
are
yeah.
affordable
Look at
because
those
he
babies.
broke my tooth. Okay, we like banged our heads together.
Yeah.
So and
At the
getting
hippodrome.
veneers. Yeah, at the hippodrome.
All right. Thanks, Doc. I'm not sure what that means anymore. Yeah, Sincha. Good one on wearing the mask. All right. Love you guys. Much love. Thank you so much. Beijos. Thank you, Brazil. Thank you, Ireland. Thank you, UK. Thank you, Bermuda. Thank you,
France.
America. Thank you, France. Thank you, everyone.
India.
Thank you, India. Thank you, India. Thank you.
Okay,
All right.
it's time to go.
We're going to finish this one here. Thank you guys so much. Much love. See you in Turkey. And broadcast.